Hi guys! Today I'm sitting in front of my Christmas tree as I do every new year or have done for the past couple of new years to film my 2015 review / 2016 goals video. I'm going to be completely honest, I have been putting off filming this video because honestly 2015 was not a good year. 2015, just for a lot of reasons, wasn't a very happy year. It wasn't a year where a massive amount of very good positive things happened within my kind of like little inner circle of people. Obviously on a kind of like much wider scale it was a really good year for a lot of people and I'm really happy for everyone who had a great 2015, but by sheer coincidence it wasn't a good year for my family and it wasn't a good year for a lot of my very close friends, so it kind of just made me resent 2015 a bit. I didn't really want to make this video and I was putting it off and I was thinking I'm just not going to do a review of the year, I'm just going to do a New Year's resolution type video, so talk about my plans for 2016 and my goals for 2016 and focus on making like a nice positive cheery video rather than kind of talking about the reality of what 2015 was. And then I decided that that was ridiculous because I don't want this channel to be just kind of sugarcoating things and I don't want it to be avoiding reality. Well, avoid reality in that I'm really happy when I'm making YouTube videos, so I fall into this little kind of like cozy bubble of filming and editing and all that stuff that I really love. These sad things that happened in 2015 don't only affect me, they obviously affect my family and friends, and so I'm not going to go into any kind of great detail. Suffice to say, it was a year with sad moments and difficult moments, and we lost a couple of really important people. I didn't want to get upset in this video and I didn't think that I would. I thought that I would be able to be kind of composed, but at the same time, as I say, I think that this was a year where social media, we talked a lot on social media about this idea of this kind of perfection and this idea that on social media everything looks perfect and everyone kind of constructs this perfect vision of their lives, which I do understand. I actually saw someone post on Facebook the other day and say, oh, I don't want to hear any more people kind of sounding bitter and saying, oh, stop pretending you have a perfect life, because we should but maybe we should be using social media just to talk about the positive, happy things and create a happy space, which I like the idea of, because I do like the idea that we want to focus on the good things and we want to focus on the happy things, but at the same time I think that it's healthy to admit when something's not been great or when things aren't great, because we've all been there and we all go through ups and downs. Life is one big huge emotional roller coaster where good things happen and bad things happen, and I think that being able to talk, not necessarily in any great depth, but as much as you're comfortable with talking, and if you're not comfortable talking about the bad things then you don't have to, but as much as you are comfortable with talking about it, I think it's good to admit when things aren't maybe perfect or when things haven't maybe gone the way that you've wanted them to go, because it then kind of makes us all feel like we're all in this together, and it's not this sort of feeling when you go onto Instagram or you go onto YouTube or you go into Facebook where it's just everything is perfect and everyone's really happy and everyone's having the best time, because you watch things like that and then if you aren't having a great time it can bring you down and it can make you think, oh god, everyone else is having such a great time, why am I not having a great time? So I do think that it's really healthy to admit and say, I think it's okay to say that things haven't been great. It's not that you're letting the negativity win, it's not that you're indulging in sort of negativity or creating a negative space for yourself. It's just allowing yourself to say, do you know what, life's not always going to be wonderfully happy, and sad and bad things do happen and it's not nice, and it's something that you have to learn to go through. And that's definitely been a huge part of 2015 for me, has been a kind of learning and adjusting curve. So getting that kind of all out of the way and just kind of starting off this video on an unfortunately negative note. As I say, I didn't want to just gloss over it. I didn't want to just go, oh, 2015, it happened, so let's talk about 2016. I felt like I did want to address the fact that in many ways 2015 wasn't a very positive year. I'm not usually one of these people who makes a huge big fuss about New Year. I quite like to take New Year as a time to reflect on what's happened over the past 12 months and what I've done and what I've achieved and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not usually one of these people who's in a huge rush to get to the new year. But I certainly have found myself doing that this year. Collectively, me and my family and my friends were kind of collectively sighing this huge big sigh of relief of 2015's over and 2016 is about to begin. It feels strange and silly to sort of place such huge importance on literally the hand of the clock moving forward 1 minute. And putting this massive amount of significance on it. It does feel silly, but I think for a lot of us it is just that sort of like symbolic feeling of something new starting and something, you know, a new sort of fresh start and clean slate and new opportunities. Although it wasn't a great year, there were good moments within 2015. 3 of my friends got married this year, which was really, really weird but really lovely. I got to go to 3 weddings this year. I went to one in January, I went to one in June, and I went to one in September. They were all absolutely beautiful weddings and very, very happy days, and the kind of days that kind of do restore your faith in, you know, love and romance and humanity and whatever. Just seeing, you know, 2 people so happy and surrounded by the people that they love, that was really, really lovely, really special, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of the days that I got to be a part of. So one of them was my friend Lynn, who also has a YouTube channel. I will link in the description box down below her channel so that you can go and check it out if you haven't already. Her wedding was in September in a place called Wedderburn Castle and Barns, and it was just the most beautiful wedding. It really was absolutely gorgeous. The castle setting for the actual kind of ceremony was just beautiful, and then into the Barns where it was like the most like Pinterest perfect wedding that you could imagine. We had so much fun, and it was one of these really fun, memorable days from the year. I'll put some photos maybe just across the screen, or maybe I already have. I probably have, I'm not sure, we'll see how the editing process goes. My friend Gemma also got married in June. I will link her blog down below. These are friends that I made through blogging and, you know, then got to be at their weddings, which I just think is an insanely special and lovely thing. And her wedding day was just absolutely beautiful, and I had such a lovely time. And back in January, which was almost a whole year ago, I can't believe that it's nearly a year since this wedding, but one of my best friends from school got married, and that was the weirdest one because I've known her since we were 8, and so of the other, like with Lynn and with Gemma, I've known Lynn and Gemma only as adults. I've only known them after kind of university time, out in the kind of adult world, if you like. Whereas my friend Ruthie got married in January, I've known since we were 8, I've known since we were at primary school, we grew up together, and watching her walk down the aisle was a really emotional experience. It's someone who I've known for so long, and to have kept that friendship going from such a young age to now, and to get to be a part of her wedding day was just so lovely. And again, I'm just so grateful that she let me be a part of it. Other really fun things that happened this year, Roisin and I went to London for the day. If you saw our vlog, then you'll know all about this. I'll put maybe a couple of clips in just now. But we went to London, supposed to be catching up with Jill and going to the Cinderella exhibition. We got there and discovered that the Cinderella exhibition was in fact closed. So that went well. But we had such a good day anyway. It was like one of the hottest days of, it might well have been one of the hottest days of the year actually. It was in April, and it was just one of those gloriously sunny days where the sun was splitting the sky. It was genuinely so hot, it was unbelievable. But it was such a nice day. We had a lot of fun. Our feet were very, very sore and tired by the end of the day because we walked for like the length and breadth, well, not quite the length and breadth of London, but we walked around central London from like 7:30 in the morning till like 11 o'clock at night when our bus was. So we were very tired by the end of the day, but we had so much fun. We caught up with Jill for breakfast, which was really, really nice, and it's lovely to kind of see Jill in her kind of in her zone, if you know what I mean, like not her like postcode zone. This time last year she had only been in London for a few months, and then now she's been there for like a year and a half, which is nuts. But going to see her in April and seeing her so comfortable and at ease with her new life, and just loving life in London was just really, really lovely, and we had a lovely time, so that was a really fun day. Other positive things, I changed jobs, which was a bit of an adjustment and is still a little bit of an adjustment. I'm still kind of getting to grips with the kind of 9 to 5 structured thing, but it has been good. It has been a massive learning curve. I have learned a lot of new skills. I have grown, I think, in confidence when it comes to certain job related situations, which had always kind of previously made me nervous. I'm a lot better on the phone than I was at this time last year, which I know sounds like a really ridiculous thing to say, but I've had ultimate phone fear for like pretty much my whole life. Phone fear is a real thing. People will tell you it is a real thing. I think with our generation especially, because we are very used to texting and emailing and not really having to ever use the phone all that often. And so the people that I'm comfortable talking to on the phone are obviously my family, Emma, close friends, that kind of thing. But I was always very anxious on the phone in a work type situation or an interview type situation, anything like that. I hate it. So yeah, that's definitely something that the new job has helped me with. I've conquered the phone fear, not completely. I'm still not one. I don't love it, but I can do it now, and learned a lot of new skills. Been given a lot of sort of different responsibilities that I hadn't really anticipated were going to come with the job. But I always think that that's good. Then you're expanding your skill base and, you know, learning new things and whatever, and so that has been good. And just as always, in terms of things to be grateful for and positive about in the year, I have fantastic friends and an amazing family, and have spent many wonderful days and evenings and nights out and whatever with the people that I really love and that are really important to me. And that's something that every year I will always be particularly grateful for, because it is really the people that are a part of your life that make it what it is. So yeah, Emma, as always, very, very huge, integral, important cog in the wheel of my life. If that makes any sense, what a strange metaphor. But she is, and she always will be. So I don't really have much more to say about 2015, if I'm completely honest. It was a strange year, and one that, as I say, I never like to be negative openly. I'm plenty negative when I'm talking to myself, but I never like to be kind of too negative on camera or on my channel or on my Twitter or anything like that. But I do think that it just makes sense to admit the fact that I'm pretty happy to see the back of 2015. I wasn't exactly loving it, and so I'm quite glad that it is over, but I'm going to hopefully use the experiences of 2015 as kind of fuel for really going all out to really enjoy 2016. And I think that when you've had maybe not such a great year, you can take that as something to remind you to really appreciate the good times. And that, I know, is difficult sometimes when you're not having a great time, but I think that that's the way that you have to use it. You have to take it and go, well, because this has happened and that's happened, it's going to make me really, really appreciate the good times that are coming in the future. I'm going to New York, so that is my first big exciting 2016 thing. Is me and Roisin and Jill and our friend Lauren are